Hi guys, welcome to the channel. This is Waga. We're going to continue with our color matchup, and the goal today is to set the reset button. The reset button will first return the sliders back to the initial position, and it will also give us a new color in the preview model. Yeah. In the preview cycle, we'll have a new color. So let's say somebody plays the game and has finished, and they want a new color or a new challenge. They hit the reset button. So what we're going to do, if you can look at the simulator, you're going to see the reset button at the top and submit. We could change the order maybe later on, but we'll handle the submit button in a different video, in the final video. Yeah, so what we see is, for example, if we move the various sliders like so, let's say that, and we hit reset, the sliders all go back to 0 and we get a new color, and the new color is reflected in the submit button. So that is what we're going to build today. Call it reset button. We call this, call this reset button, like this. This is going to be a stateless widget. So first, for starters, we import the usual Flutter dot material dot. Then we come here and type strless, and we call this the reset like this button. Yeah, and we're going to use the raised button. A raised button. You could use the flat button, but raised. It kind of looks good. Okay, the shape is going to be rounded rectangle border, and the border radius, the border radius is going to be border radius dot circular, and this usually takes a double, right? You can see here it takes a double, but we could put in an integer that will be interpreted as a double. So yeah, like this. And we can put a comma here for to give ourselves a bit more real estate and set things going, like so. And after that, we could give it a color. Now you could make the color to be, we're going to make the submit button the same color as the preview circle, but I think for the sake of clarity and for somebody to see, let us make this one, just let's make it blue, or whatever color you want. I'm going to have mine as blue. So we put color and colors dot blue. For the next one, we're going to, like I said the previous, but that will be in the next video. And we're going to have a child. Sorry, spelling is text, and we're going to have the text. The first unnamed parameter is usually a string, so we could put here reset, and we can give it a bit of style, style. We could say text style, and we give it color, yeah, and then the colors dot white. The text should be in white, right? We can make the text white, and of course, as every button has to have an on pressed, and because they're going to be several methods, or two to be exact, let's just put the opening and closing braces like so. Yeah, so we have that, and we're going to try and place it in the widget tree, and for that we come to home, and under the sliders, right, we could have the reset button like this, yeah, like so, and it should appear. So we have the reset button, but as you can see, it appears, it's there. Maybe we could give it a bit of padding before we move on to other things. So we come to the reset button here, and we can wrap this with some padding, give it some padding. Yeah, okay, yeah, move it a bit down, give it some nice padding around it, give it space between it and the blue slider, and that's the reset button done. Now it's time to work on the color, on the match, on the reset, and the match is this one, the preview and the match. The sliders, that is, the sliders for the match and the color for the preview. So to create the function that will reset this, reset the match circle, we go to the preview model. No, the preview circle. Sorry, this is the preview and this is the match, right? I keep confusing them. So first we go to the preview model. We come to the preview model. We had left a comment here, and we could create it. And how we do this, we would just pass into the color preview model. We could pass in the same function, the unique color generator from our the unique color generator. We could just take this and put it back, and we could take this method and put it in the color preview model. Just do it again and you would get a new color. So we come here and we would say void reset, like so. And here we're going to call color preview model, and we call the unique color generator dot get color, like so. And then we're going to notify listeners of the change so they can be a rebuild. So like so, that method has been, we've created the reset method. We go back to our reset button, and we create the various methods that will be used to reset the preview circle and return the sliders back to 0. So first things first is we come under context and we will use our provider, of course. So we could say var, we create a variable color preview, like this, and this will be equal to the provider dot of. We don't want the button to be rebuilt every time, so we're going to use provider.of as opposed to consumer. I've spoken about it in a previous video. So preview, we pass in our preview model, and then pass in the context so that you can know where it is. That is the context, and we put listen to true, like so. So yeah, after, and oh yeah, we're supposed to bring in the provider, so we could bring in the provider like this. And then we create the method that we will use. We could call it void dot color preview reset, like so. And in it, we'll just call the color preview like this, and dot reset, like so. And if we do this notionally, the color in circle A, the match circle, the preview circle, should change if we call this. So we would come to the unpressed of the button, and we can say color preview reset, like so. Yeah. And so if we do this, in theory, if we hit the button, the color should change. So let's try that out. And we can see changes to the color. Seems stuck in green, a bit of blue. So there. So just like that, we can now have different colors when we hit the reset button. Now what we're supposed to do is come to the match, and we reset all the sliders back to 0. Time to finish this bad boy. We'd do the same for match, basically. We would come here and we would say var color match equals provider dot of, passing our match model, matches model, okay. And providing the context, it has to be under the context so that you can know where it is. Providing the context, and we don't actually have to pass listen true. It's the default is usually listen true. You'd have to put listen false if you want it to be different. So if we leave it like this, it should, in theory, work. right? Yeah, so the next thing we would need to do after this is have a method for resetting the sliders. Now the sliders, if we go to the matches model, I believe it's the matches model of the sliders, matches model, you see red, green, blue. What we need to do, and they're doubles, remember, we need to set them the matches back to 0, to the initial state, what they were. So we would have 0, 0.0, 0, 0.0, 0, 0.0, like this. So we would come back to the reset button, and we would call this, we would call the method, we can call it something like matches reset. So void void matches reset, like so, and yeah, and in it we could just say color match dot red is equal to, remember this is a double, 0, 0.0, like so, and then color match dot blue equals 0, 0.0, like so, and color match dot, I believe it's green, right? Green equals 0, 0.0. Those are the three primary colors, like this, and yeah. And so all we would need to do is come to the button, the on press of the button, and pass in the matches reset, like so. So notionally, in theory, if we've done everything correctly, when we move the sliders and hit the reset button, the color in the preview circle should change, and also the sliders should go to 0. So let's try it out, like so, like so, like so, and do this. Yep, it works. So we have done everything we wanted to do in this video here. We have made the sliders, we can reset the sliders, and we can change the color in the preview circle by hitting a button. And so that's all for today. Thank you for watching me and listening to me. Like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you don't understand, and leave another comment. This is even more important. Leave a comment if you have ideas on how I can improve the app. Thank you.